Welcome back to this WordPress tutorial. My name is Luis. In the previous video, we looked at how to get the requirement for WordPress to be installed. Now I'm going to walk you through how to install the web server that we downloaded. But before we dive into installing the web server, we need to know what a web server is. Now, before we can know what a web server is, we need to know what a server itself is. Now, a server, technically speaking, is an instance of a computer program that accepts and responds to requests made by another program known as a client. So what a server is that a server is an application or an operating system that is installed on a computer that makes the computer or gives the computer the capability to communicate and then serve up resources with other computers on a network. Now, depending on what you want the computer to do, for example, if I want my server to to serve as an email server so that it stores and has the capability to send emails, then it becomes an email server. If I want my computer or my server to be able to resolve usernames into IP addresses, then it becomes a DNS server. So when we say a web server is a computer that delivers web pages. A web server is a computer that delivers web pages. So by installing the web server application onto that particular computer, that computer now is referred to as a web server. So a web page is a document that is suitable for World Wide Web and the web browser. So we are going to be building websites, blogs using WordPress. Now each of the content, each page is a web page. So now let's go and then install our web server. To install our web server, we have to go to where our download was saved. On my computer, my download was saved in downloads and then in a folder called programs. Now when I open these programs, I have quite a number of programs that I have downloaded, but then here is my WAMP server version 3 Apache server. So I double click on this, and then the user account control comes up. Then the language, depending on where you are, you can select the language that you want to install this in. So we have for English and then French. So I'm going to go with English, and then I click OK. So it says, welcome to the WAMP server 64. Now, WAMP is an Apache server. That is the Linux web server. In Microsoft, we have the IIS server. But then WAMP is specifically built for Windows, and it has the Apache server. It also supports MySQL, which we will be using to create our database. And then it also supports PHP, which is a programming language. But then because of WordPress, we won't be doing the coding. So I click Next. And then I accept the agreement. Then I click Next. And then Next. So it shows me where it's going to be installed. There's going to be a folder on my drive C called WAMP64. I click Next, Next, and then Install. So the installation is going to start. And then when the installation is done, I'll walk you through how to install WordPress. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video where we'll actually do the installation of WordPress. So for now, we wait for the WAMP installation to finish. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you.